Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews again, and today we're taking a look at a 2022 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So to start out with, we have a Frostbite exterior paint color, this is the V6 I did, was in the same color. I love it. And then we have the black cloth performance seats for the interior, and the powertrain consists of that 392 V8. Made it with an 8-speed torque fly automatic transmission. Here's that back end there. Go ahead and get a close-up of that exhaust. That lovely V8 rumble there. I just love that sound. But LED tail lights look really good here in that trim. Then we can pop the trunk from up front or right here. And just take a look at all that cargo space there. Plenty of grocery bags. But as we come around the left side, fuel tank here. There's a cap as well. Simple to operate. And then we have Brembo brakes all the way around. And let's get a close-up of these 20s right here. And I just love that galvanized gray, like I said in the other video. I love how it goes with this Frostbite. Let's go around to the front here. Of course, we have the RT badging on the front. And then this one has the driver convenience package, and that includes these HID headlamps here, along with the fog lights there. And then while I'm going to pop the hood, get a close-up of these hood scoops right here. Because you're going to need all that air when you're pushing this bad boy right here. Look at that. 392. Yeah, those are nasty right there. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So here in the driver's seat, I actually have a lot more headroom because the last one I drove had a sunroof and my head had probably about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of space, but here I've got about 1.5 to 2 inches there, so I really like that. Without the sunroof, you get all of that additional space. But onto the door panel here, we have our power window switches, power door lock switches, power mirrors. That's how we open the door there. And we have a 6-speaker Alpine sound system. And I love how they have the nice badging on these. But we have our headlamp controls, and then we can press this to toggle the fog lights. You can open the trunk from right here. And on the steering wheel, we have our voice recognition controls. We have our answer and then our hang up buttons here for the Bluetooth. And we can go through our gauge cluster here, that center stack, which is digital. You can go left to right, check out all the features there. And then on the right side, we have our cruise control, so we can toggle that. And then our paddle shifters behind the steering wheel on either side. And then the left side of the steering wheel has trackless radio station controls, while the right side has volume controls. But I love this leather wrapped steering wheel, which I'm going to test out on the test drive. But next, let's go ahead and check out the radio. So here we have our radio, and I love the updated, or I should say the upgraded radio system, because I can actually just go to media instead of having separate radio and media controls on the screen. And I can just toggle between the Bluetooth, I can have the USBs for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and then I can just toggle between my radio stations here. But we have climate controls here, dual zone automatic climate, and then you can hit this controls button here, and then we can toggle our heated steering wheel, and we have 2-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger. And then I really love the SRT dashboard. So from here, I can actually toggle between my drive modes. I can activate a line lock, activate launch control, toggle sport mode, track mode, custom mode, and then you can actually set up how you want the steering, the traction control, and then the transmission to act. And then we have an auto mode, and from there, depending on what you're doing, you can be in eco mode. You can set your you can basically set everything up here, and you can toggle if you want the paddles on eco so they won't be on, if you want the transmission in eco, You want the traction, street, and then from steering, you can set that to sport, track, or street. But in eco mode, it already has everything set up for you. But this is how mostly everything's going to look up, and I'll show you when I go to custom and then do that. This is how I can set everything up. So if I want my traction to be sportier, if I want my steering to be like I'm on the track, I can set all that up. So I love that. And then just a quick look at the settings menu. There's our backup camera. We can adjust the steering wheel, and as we turn it, the lines will go along with us so we know where we're going. And then down here to the actual controls, I can quick toggle the drive modes. I can quick toggle the launch control when it's available. Tune for the radio stations, all that. Volume here, and then I can toggle the power on and off. And then I can also toggle the screen on and off too. But we have our dual zone automatic climate controls here, as well as on that screen I showed earlier, and I can adjust fan speed with that. But to our shifter here, there's a button here on the left side, and I can pull down for reverse, neutral, drive, slap over for manual mode, and then I can downshift, upshift. There's that key fob there with remote start, and then unlock, lock, and hit that twice to pop the trunk. We have our cup holders here. See if we can get a good look at this center console cubby space here. We have 2 more USB ports, an aux input, and then a 12 volt there. And then we have a universal garage door transmitter up here. Dome lights, we can toggle those by hitting a button. And then let's check out this glove compartment real quick, because I forgot to do this in the V6. And there's that there. You got a little space up here, and then the main one right there. Oh, I love that 392, how it's engraved in there. But let's go ahead and take a look at this back seat real quick. So here's the back seat space, and like I've said in all my other Challenger videos, not a lot that you can do with that unless you have very small kids, and probably about a average size adult in this seat here, because even if you're driving and you're not as tall as me, with me being 6'3", it's going to be hard to have room back here behind the seat just based on how you want your driving position to be, excuse me. But here we have our center seat folded down for cup holders there.